Hey, it's Wolfy-Chan. Wait. You want to subscribe to me? A little bit? Subscribe me? Really help me. Here's another anime review of I'm a Villainess, so I'm taming the final boss. We follow our main character, which her name is Eileen, and she is amazing. I'm going to be talking about the full season and how every episode's a little different from the next, and how much I love this series as a whole. I'm hoping for a season 2. I don't know though. So Eileen is, of course, a girl who came from a different realm into this world who looks like it's like an Otome game, I guess. This one also is, whereas some of the other animes, mangas of this have been just they come from our different world. So Eileen knows and plays all these different routes and knows about each story and each game. I believe there was like 3 games. And she goes and decides to be the love interest of Claude, the Demon King. And our sweet little Eileen and Claude right here. It's adorable. So she ends up breaking her fiance off, which is the prince at this time, and goes, yep, no, you marry the girl you're into, I'll do my thing. And walks out of the party, and he's baffled and confused and X, Y, and Z. So Eileen goes through and goes to find the Demon King, and then adds a proposal and yada yada, continues to do so until Claude agrees. And from there she ends up basically living with him and helping the demons out, helping the Demon King out, making sweets and all this good stuff. Where we're slowly finding out that her ex-fiance has a vendetta against her and is trying to break down Claude's realm, everything. It's not going well for him, by the way. Not at all. And then we find out that his new fiance might be pulling the strings a little bit. See, there is a gem or a jewel that can make demons go berserk. And Claude almost goes into dragon mode when Eileen stops him, tells him how much she cares, and he ends up turning into human and saying that they are going to be engaged. And what ends up happening is the prince is the king's like, nope, you're gonna be king now, my dear Claude, because you really deserve it. Then we go on to the next few episodes of her going into a school as a dude. She dresses up as a man and is helping everyone out there as well, because there's also another half demon like Claude, or with demon powers. So she gets a lot of the crew on her side, people who are gonna basically massacre demons and people who are like, don't do anything weird. And she ends up in a duck costume, which I love because it's like the duck costume. Really? You're bringing it out? And Claude, of course, being kind of the benefactor of the school, is figuring out that Eileen's here and is like, this duck costume, Eileen, really? So they go through everything, and then they go into the pageant, where they had a girl that was supposed to do the pageant. Turns out not great. And Eileen goes as herself, which everyone's like, dude, you look good. And she's like, why, thank you. And they're like, I'm not comfortable like this anymore. And she's like, don't worry, it's okay. Come to find out, this also weird aroma keystone is used again to summon the president, the student council president, who is the demon. She also then calms him down as well, and then admits that she's Eileen d'Autriche. That's her last name, I believe I'm saying it right. And ends up forming a bond and finding out that the girl who did this, who was the vice president, I believe, wanted to basically look better to people, but she was using it under somebody else. Next few episodes, once again, we have something happens with Claude. Claude loses his memory, and so he's going to be a normal king, and that little, I'm gonna marry her. Yeah, not anymore. Nope, not gonna happen. And Eileen is not having it. So she is being the crazy one. Ends up, he remembers, gets his powers back, loves Eileen again. And the final, episodes in this, 4 cluster episodes, is you find out who the real villain is, and it was actually the main girl who was supposed to be a sword maiden, while Eileen took her sword and put it into herself, making her the sword maiden. Well, she gets enough power and everything to try and defeat Eileen, because she also knows it's an Otome game and is trying to win. Well, Eileen is our champion again. She stops it, everything, and with the help of somebody else who was a sorcerer, wins the day. And I believe the fiancé of the prince, who is no longer a prince, is then sentenced to jail with the prince to never mess with anything again. Also, during the 4 or 3 episodes with Claude not remembering stuff, you find out that his grandmother wants him like this. And she is a lolly. And I'm iffy about that personally. But, so is life. But by the end of the seasons, Eileen is with her Claude. I believe they were going to get married soon, and they were going to rule the kingdom, and happy days were abound. And she's super shy about Claude, and Claude is just enamored with her a lot. This is starting to be that genre of stuff that I'm really into. It's a secret, not anymore because I made animes about it, but I really like it. But I don't know how to recommend it to you guys if you don't like isekai, female, magical, not magical, but weird things to recommend. I definitely recommend it, and you should definitely give it a watch. And definitely like this video. Sorry about the transition. Brain is out for the day. Don't forget to subscribe, that big red button for more anime, manga, something new, something old, something different in the future. And the links down below lead to my Twitter and my Facebook, where you can comment and tell me about other things as well. And at least on my Twitter, every once in a while, I will say that I am streaming, so you can definitely watch that. I hope that you've been having a wonderful day. Wolfy-Chan out. Bye.